Subscribe to the William Pace Show YouTube channel. Be sure to click the bell and give us the thumbs up. Thank you.
The William Pace Show through the years has been a beacon of light in the Midwest, taking you to such destinations as the Navy Pier, the Palmer Hilton Palace Hotel, the German Village, the Showboat Majestic Theatre, the Ohio Village, and the Krohn Conservatory. There's always something cooking in the kitchen on the William Pace Show. Some of the biggest stars, entertainers, and political figures like B.B. King, Jimmy Walker, Bob Carlisle, Patti Austin, Mr. T, Whitley Phibbs, and Congressman Tony Hall have appeared on the William Pace Show. Now, without further ado, we proudly present the William Pace Show on CATV, coming to you from the heart of the Midwest. The William Pace Show, asking the questions you want to ask, getting the answers everyone wants to know. It's a new season of the William Pace Show. We're raising the bar with more commitment to educate, inform, encourage, inspire, empower, and help you have your best life. Everyone deserves to have their best life. I'm just staying the course. Here we go.
Hello, I'm William Pace. Thanks so much for tuning us in tonight. Tonight, my guest is Ricky Poole. As you know, we always start the show out by reading letters from the viewers, and I love this part of the show.
To write to the William Pace Show, email us at williampaceshow@aol.com. If your email is chosen to be read on the air, you'll receive a gift from the William Pace Show. Email us at williampaceshow@aol.com.
Tonight's letter comes from an Edna Brown, and she says, "Dear Mr. Pace, how are you? Great, I hope. I am a senior citizen. It is refreshing to find a young man so into helping people. Enclosed is a contribution to your happy holiday fund. I pray that your show stays on the air for years to come. Sincerely, Edna Brown." But thank you very much, Edna, for writing, and we're going to send you a gift certificate to Joe Biss's Grub Steak on North Main Street. Coming up next, conversation with Ricky Poole. Stay with us.
Subscribe to the William Pace Show YouTube channel. Be sure to click the bell and give us the thumbs up. Thank you.
The William Pace Show through the years has been a beacon of light in the Midwest, taking you to such destinations as the Navy Pier, the Palmer Hilton Palace Hotel, the German Village, the Showboat Majestic Theatre, the Ohio Village, and the Krohn Conservatory. There's always something cooking in the kitchen on the William Pace Show. Some of the biggest stars, entertainers, and political figures like B.B. King, Jimmy Walker, Bob Carlisle, Patti Austin, Mr. T, Whitley Phibbs, and Congressman Tony Hall have appeared on the William Pace Show. Now, without further ado, we proudly present the William Pace Show on CATV, coming to you from the heart of the Midwest.
Subscribe to the William Pace Show YouTube channel. Be sure to click the bell and give us the thumbs up. Thank you.
Hello, I'm William Pace. Thanks so much for tuning us in tonight. As you know, I'm on a diet these days, watching my weight, and I'm becoming more health conscious as I continue my diet. And tonight I thought I would have Ricky Poole here from Natural Foods Plus to tell us a little bit more about nutrition and health and how we can better take care of ourselves. Thank you so much for coming on the show tonight.
Thank you for asking me, Mr. Pace.
You know, I'm under a lot of pressure these days, you know, as executive producer of the show and taking care of so much of the business that goes with this show, you know, that sometimes I find it very stressful. And what would you recommend for a person who has high stress in their life? Certain vitamins more appropriate than other vitamins for stress level?
Well, the first thing that comes to my mind if you're looking for a vitamin supplement would be the B vitamins, the B complex vitamins. Those are usually referred to as the stress vitamins. When you're under a lot of stress, basically what happens is that you burn the B vitamins initially. B vitamins are water soluble. They do not absorb within the fat cells, the fat tissue. So the body's basically going to use what they need, and then they basically get rid of it, the excess. The B vitamins would be the first, and then also there are some supplements that has the B vitamins plus herbs. There's certain herbs that are known to be to help you relax. Kava is one. Kava is an herb that you can basically use during the day. As a matter of fact, the promotional scripture on one of the supplements, it says that you can use it during the day, relaxation without slowing you down.
Wow.
And then if you're looking for something in the evening, would be the valerian. Valerian is also an herb that promotes restful sleep. And of course, you know, these are all natural, there's no side effects, and they're very, very safe.
I want to ask you, how did you get involved into nutrition and the health food business?
Well, I've been a vegetarian for about 17, 18 years, and before this I did quite a few other things. And I always refer to people, and I tell people that this was a career change, not a lifestyle change. And let me repeat that again. It was a career change, not a lifestyle change. Before I was into health, the health store, I was into entertainment, owned a couple nightclubs and so forth. And before that, I was a teacher and a principal. And so I've had a very variety of, a wide variety of different careers. And then personal issues, personal health issues got me involved about 14 years ago. I had a personal health issue that I had to address. I also, my family, I had lost my dad to with lung cancer in '79. And so those are the types of issues and things that got me interested in health care. And that's why I made the transition.
Great. Tell us, what would be 3 ways that we could improve our health? 3 ways. Would you say by vitamins, supplements?
Well, you know...
Or is it more the foods that we eat? Or would you say it's more exercise? Would those be the 3 key factors in improving health?
Those are the keys. And initially I would start with the food. My mission and purpose for opening Natural Foods Plus is to really add values to people's lives, and we initiate that with education and information. And one of the initial ways of doing that is with food. You know, we have to start making some lifestyle changes, and lifestyle changes basically refers back to eating. And that's number 1. 80% of all diseases starts in the colon, and of course the colon is the organ that accumulates the waste. And when you look at heart disease is our number 1 killer today. Every 30 seconds someone is dying with heart disease. And when they evaluate the substances that come out of the arteries when they have an autopsy, it's always saturated fat. It was those types of things. So, you know, number 1 would be eating. That's number 1. And then number 2, which is equally as important, is exercise. And then supplements.
I want to go back to the foods that we eat. With my diet, you know, losing weight, I'm more conscious about what I'm eating. You know, there's a saying, we are what we eat. And I truly believe that. And I think as a kid, I was brought up on a lot of fatty foods and sugar and things like that. And I can, even though today I know better, but I can only go for about 7 days without any kind of grease kind of food. And then after that 7th day, something kicks in and says, I got to have me some grease. I've got to have me a hamburger. I've got to have some kind of pizza. And I think if we could condition children as they're growing up, families, parents, condition their children to eat better when they're young, then they'll have good eating habits that will follow them throughout their life.
Very true. You use a very important word when you said conditioned. And, you know, one of the things that I like to try to do is it's a mindset. We have to change our mindset, but it's very, very difficult because we're being programmed and conditioned not to eat properly. Okay.
That's a key factor right there.
Definitely. If you look at the commercials, commercials, you know, are programming us. And so it's very, very difficult. It's very difficult within a family. When I started making lifestyle changes within my own, of course there was questions. And you can imagine coming home to your mother and having dinner, and all of a sudden you say you don't want to eat this food. It's like a smack in the face.
So you don't get the support from your parents to eat a better. If you decided, how did that play itself out?
What happens is that you have to, it's an educational process. You have to educate and teach them why you are making these lifestyle changes. And once they begin to understand why you are making these changes, then they're more likely to accept it. And that's basically with society. You know, people are more or less like cows. They just follow along in the herd.
Well, you know, talking about cows and pigs, this is an interesting scenario here, but you know, I love, talking about Greece, I love bacon. And then I started to associate, now where does bacon come from? You know, it comes from pigs, isn't it? Something like that, pigs. Right. Have you seen the way a pig looks these days? So I said, after making that association, I don't want to look like a pig, so I stopped eating bacon. So.
Well, I haven't eaten any pork in 30 years. I gave up pork in 1969. And the reason why, and this was another reason why probably I got interested in health, I worked at Oscar Mayer meatpacking company one summer during my college career, and that's what initiated me to just start doing research and finding out more. But you know, Mr. Pace, you're saying you're on a diet now, but listening to you talk, the food that you're eating is basically shortening your life. And hopefully, before this segment is over, I will show you some other things that will do.
I noticed you brought
in your life.
You brought some food in here. We're going to have some orange juice and some kind of juices, or
we're going to do some little juicing. I will show you some things that will add years to your life.
Let me ask you this. Now you're located, your store is located in Siebenthaler in Philadelphia.
Correct.
And you're also in the store, one thing that I'm into is drinking the purified water, the drinking water, and you sell that in the store. You want to talk a little bit about that too?
Well, water is very, very important. Yes, we have spring water and we have distilled water. There's oxygenated water also today. From a lot of the research and reading that I've done, basically distilled is the one that we usually recommend most.
Okay, great. More with Ricky Poole when we return. Stay with us.
Subscribe to the William Pace Show YouTube channel. Be sure to click the bell and give us the thumbs up. Thank you.
The William Pace Show through the years has been a beacon of light in the Midwest, taking you to such destinations as the Navy Pier, the Palmer Hilton Palace Hotel, the German Village, the Showboat Majestic Theatre, the Ohio Village, and the Krohn Conservatory. There's always something cooking in the kitchen on the William Pace Show. Some of the biggest stars, entertainers, and political figures like B.B. King, Jimmy Walker, Bob Carlisle, Patti Austin, Mr. T, Whitley Phibbs, and Congressman Tony Hall have appeared on the William Pace Show. Now, without further ado, we proudly present the William Pace Show on CATV, coming to you from the heart of the Midwest.
Subscribe to the William Pace Show YouTube channel. Be sure to click the bell and give us the thumbs up. Thank you.
Hello, I'm William Pace. Thanks so much for tuning us in tonight. We're talking about health and nutrition tonight. My guest is Ricky Poole. And before we went to break, we were talking about drinking water. And tell us about some of the other things that you have in your store, too.
Well, as I said before, Mr. Pace, one of the things that we try to do is initially is to educate and inform. And what I'm going to do here is show you some of the other educational and a few supplements that we have at the store.
Great.
I'd like to start off with really with this with the wheatgrass.
Wheatgrass. Now, is this edible?
Yes. Wheatgrass is something that I do every morning. I juice it. And it's about take about 2 ounces. You need a special wheatgrass juicer to do it. Wheatgrass was made popular by Brian Clement. He has the oldest health institute in Florida. It's called Hippocrates. This is one of his books. It's Hippocrates. tremendous success with cancer and terminal diseases. Their success rate has been unbelievable. They use all raw and raw foods and juicing. The other thing that I would like to share with you is God's Way. This is a book by Reverend Malcolmus. In that book, it's a common sense guide for eliminating sickness. It has over 300 different I guess you could say testimonials of people who have overcome cancer, diabetes, weight loss, and so forth. And again, it's a common sense guide to eliminating sickness. And it's by eating raw and fresh fruits and vegetables. It's an amazing book.
So your diet can change illnesses?
Oh, most definitely.
Wow, okay.
He's also written a book called Why Christians Get Sick, which is an excellent book. These two books are only found at Natural Foods Plus. I don't even think the library has these yet.
That's right. You have that big book selection back there with a table for people to sit down and read.
Exactly.
Select things.
Exactly. The other thing that I like to talk about is barley green. And this is the one thing that Reverend Malcolmus talks about in his book, God's Way. He uses this. This is an excellent supplement. It has all of your amino acids, which is your protein. It has vitamins, minerals. One of the most important things that it has is enzymes. Enzymes is what I call the precursor to life. They take the nutrients to the cell. And we started as one DNA cell, and we have 1 trillion cells. So every day, we lose 1 million cells, and every day more cells are reproduced. And so really the purpose for eating is to build new and more nutritious cells. So if I ask you, do you eat to live or do you live to eat?
Do I eat to live or do I live to eat? Well, it's becoming less and less that I live to eat.
Yeah,
so I guess I eat to live.
You know, a lot of people, probably 95% of the people eat to live to eat, whereas I eat to live. When you can change your mindset
to live,
and when you think about eating to live, you want to nourish your cells. So you're going to put everything into your body that's going to nourish and reproduce healthy cells. This is an excellent product. It's called barley green.
Gets back to it that we are what we eat then.
Exactly. Exactly.
Now, how many times a day should you take this?
I take that 2-3 times a day. If you have a terminal illness, you could probably take it 4, 5, 6 times a day.
Now, how do you mix it in with your food, or do you put it into water, or how do you go?
You can put it in water, or you can put it in juice. The way I take it and put it underneath my tongue and sip a little water. That way, it goes right into the mucous membrane and right into the blood.
Okay.
And you can really feel the effects. If you start making some lifestyle changes, instead of going on a diet. See, a diet is a yo-yo effect. Once you start understanding...
Changing the whole way you're eating.
Exactly.
Just change the... And also, what time of day you eat. Doesn't it have something to do with it?
That's very important, you know, especially in the evening. A lot of times people eat in the evening. And that's very detrimental to you in terms of digesting of the food.
When should your last meal of the day be then?
Probably around 5 or 6 o'clock.
5 or 6 o'clock. And then nothing else till the time you get up in the morning?
Well, not necessarily nothing else, but you shouldn't have a big heavy meal late in the evening.
Well, what I used to do is just before I go to bed and have food on the nightstand, but I've changed. I'm not doing that anymore. I try to have my last meal about 6 or 7, and that's it.
Good. The other thing I'd like to share with you is fiber blend. This is a fiber blend. This is a substance for the intestines that will help.
Fiber, okay.
Exactly.
And how often should you take this?
You take this for about a month, and you take it. You work your way up. We start off with a teaspoon, and then you work your way up to a tablespoon, and you basically take it before your morning meal and your evening meal.
Would you say a lot of people don't have enough fiber in their diet?
That would probably be a
accurate assessment.
Accurate assessment, yes. The other thing I'd like to share with you, and this is a video, it's called A Diet for All Reasons. It's an amazing video. It's by Dr. Klaffner, an MD. And if you actually watch that, he really explains the reasons why every 30 seconds someone grabs their heart and dies from a heart attack. Heart disease is the #1 killer. And he really explains the reasons why heart disease is that way. So once you can begin to understand why something is happening and think about cause, then you can start doing something to bring about an effective change. Too often and too many times, we are treating symptoms instead of treating causes. And even the medical doctors, I mean, they're giving you drugs. And, you know, so there's there is I call it to the doctor, to the drugstore, to the hospital, to the doctor, to the drugstore, to the hospital. And you can break that cycle. If you break that cycle by changing the way you eat. And
so this is really for you, as I listen to you more and more, this is like a mission for you.
yes, it is.
This is like sort of like a little small ministry, you think, of how to better, that you're ministering to people, telling them how to better take care of their bodies and so forth.
I guess you could refer to it as that. This is a passion that I have. And like I said before, I want to add value to people's lives so they can change. There's no reason why we should be 50, 60, 70, 80 years old with pain and misery. There's too much pain. There's too much knee replacements, hip replacements, older people. I don't personally think that God meant when you got old that you had to take a lot of drugs and be in a lot of pain.
No. Let's see if we can move on to the juicer, because I want to save time for that.
All right.
We can quickly talk about these two items here.
Well, this is just how to eliminate sickness. This is a video that we have on the book God's Way. And then this is a book called Juicing for Life. This will explain a lot of the different things about juicing. And then what I like to do is fix you a glass of juice.
You're going to fix me a glass of juice, huh?
And
what will the juice consist of?
Well, it's going to have just carrot and celery. I forgot my apple. But this is have you ever had carrot juice before?
No, this will be a first time. Isn't that interesting? So do you drink a lot of carrot juice?
Yes. I do a lot of green juice also. I'm going to let you taste this first.
And this is total carrot juice.
This is carrot juice. Now what this has done, this has separated the fiber because there's no nutritional value in the fiber. You get your nutrition from the juice. And basically what this will do here, you can taste it. That's a little carrot juice with celery.
This is good. Yeah.
Is it sweet?
Just a little bit, but it's good.
Okay.
I didn't expect that it would be this tasty. But you have a little bit of celery in it?
I have a little celery in it. If I would put an apple in it, you would be unbelievable. Now, you drink that 3 or 4 times a day, and you'd be surprised how much energy you will have. You would be surprised how that will add value and also years to your life.
And it's tasty. It's tasty. And it's just carrots and the celery, and that's
celery.
Nothing else. No water? Was there any water in there?
Did you see? No. Just put it in, and that's what...
I'm going to get me one of those.
It would add years to your life.
Well, I want to live to 100, so I need all the help I can. But thank you so much for coming on. We've got a gift certificate to Joe Bissett's Grub Steak on North Main Street. And would you come back again in the millennium?
I would definitely love to.
Okay, my buddy. Thank you so much for coming on. There's more to come on The William Pace Show. Stay with us.
Subscribe to The William Pace Show YouTube channel. Be sure to click the bell and give us the thumbs up. Thank you.
The William Pace Show through the years has been a beacon of light in the Midwest, taking you to such destinations as the Navy Pier, the Palmer Hilton Palace Hotel, the German Village, the Showboat Majestic Theatre, the Ohio Village, and the Krohn Conservatory. There's always something cooking in the kitchen on The William Pace Show. Some of the biggest stars, entertainers, and political figures like B.B. King, Jimmy Walker, Bob Carlisle, Patti Austin, Mr. T, Whitley Phibbs, and Congressman Tony Hall have appeared on The William Pace Show. Now, without further ado, we proudly present The William Pace Show on CATV, coming to you from the heart of the Midwest.
Subscribe to The William Pace Show YouTube channel. Be sure to click the bell and give us the thumbs up. Thank you. Subscribe to The William Pace Show YouTube channel. Be sure to click the bell and give us the thumbs up. Thank you.
The William Pace Show through the years has been a beacon of light in the Midwest, taking you to such destinations as the Navy Pier, the Palmer Hilton Palace Hotel, the German Village, the Showboat Majestic Theatre, the Ohio Village, and the Krohn Conservatory. There's always something cooking in the kitchen on the William Pace Show. Some of the biggest stars, entertainers, and political figures like B.B. King, Jimmy Walker, Bob Carlisle, Patti Austin, Mr. T, Whitley Phibbs, and Congressman Tony Hall have appeared on the William Pace Show. Now, without further ado, we proudly present the William Pace Show on CATV, coming to you from the heart of the Midwest.
Subscribe to the William Pace Show YouTube channel. Be sure to click the bell and give us the thumbs up. Thank you.